What's up? Oh! What's up, YouTube? You already know it's your boy Game Would You Born, and today we doing another YouTube video on Last of Us. I know y'all been missing this game. I forgot to run.
Mommy!
How you run?
Here's the truth behind Ring Around the Rosie. So we've all played Ring Around the Rosie, but it's not what you think. The game was originally based
How you run?
play. Pocket full of posies refers to hiding roses in your pocket to hide the smell of decomposing bodies.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Ashes refers to the cremated bodies that were spread around town in the form of ash. We All Fall Down refers to the certain death to anyone who caught the plague. Here's the truth behind Ring Around the Rosie. So we've all played Ring Around the Rosie, but it's not what you think. The game was originally based off the Black Plague. Pocket full of posies referred to hiding roses in your pocket to hide the smell of decomposing bodies. And ashes refers to the cremated bodies that were spread around town in the form of ash. We All Fall Down refers to the certain death to anyone who caught the plague.
These are insane North Korean laws that will blow your mind. House catches on fire, you must save all the pictures of the supreme leaders before you save yourself. But don't save the pictures, then you'll be executed. Next, it is mandatory to vote in North Korea, and if you don't, they will kill you. The crazy part is, there's only one person to vote for, and that's Kim Jong-un. In front of Kim Jong-un, you will be killed. For example, the North Korean defense minister was executed by an aircraft gun just for falling asleep in front of Kim Jong-un. Korean laws that will blow your mind. In North Korea, if you're texting random numbers, do you still love me? Who is this? Wow.
How?
I thought we had something special. Refresh my memory. If you're who I think you are, then I definitely still love you. I'm the girl of your dreams. I love horseback riding, singing, dancing, and making toddlers cry. It's me! Oh, you're my ex Samantha.
Oh, okay.
I told you that I couldn't date you anymore after you pushed my little sister into a cactus. She pushed me first. It's not my fault I ended up in the desert alone with her. Yes, it was. You said you took my little sister for a walk, but instead drove her 400 miles to the desert so she could experience what Jesus went through.
We can make all the shots in the world.
Experience.
It doesn't make sense.
Jewish.
Connect pages and Justin Bieber. So, what's the peach? Fruit, what's another kind of fruit? Tomatoes, what colour are they?
Make it slightly early.
What are they? Hot dog. Glizzy gobbler. Who's a glizzy gobbler? Hey, so I dropped my phone. How much will this screen cost?
You dropped your phone? Yes. Hey, everyone, this is my 10th phone drop of today. I've never been a phone dropper. Congratulations, Jerry. Get lost, loser. That was for $1,000. I'm sorry, did you say $1,000? And why did your voice change?
Customer service voice. Now, do you that, or are you iPhone for $1,100?
You know what? My buddy can do it for $20. It's fine.
He has 88 house. Why did it say 83?
50% discount for $900. Chad? And that's not how math works. Not fine. I'll buy it your phone.
Excellent choice. Here you go.
Thank you. First week.
Ice cream pro. Hey, so I got my phone. How much?
He would have made that.
You dropped your phone. What's the problem, officer? You're doing at least 75 and a 50 bill. Craziest jobs in the world? Part 1. First up, we have a professional binge watcher who you can make up to $45 an hour to just watch Netflix all day. Next, you can be an ice cream tester at an ice cream company and they'll pay you up to $29 an hour to just eat ice cream all day. And lastly, you can make up to $41 an hour to make fortunes for fortune cookies. Now comment which one you'll do.
A steal for what, bro?
For 3 years until a woman comes and changes his life forever. A girl named Ginger saw a homeless man sit in the same spot for 3 years until one day she decided to start a conversation with him. She found out that he was a 13-year-old man and suffered
That's
homeless man sits in the same spot for 3 years until a woman comes and changes his life forever. A girl named Ginger saw a homeless man sit in the same spot for 3 years until one day she decided to start a conversation.
Let's go! I'm gonna come back, Martin.
63-year-old man that suffers from a mental illness, and when she
I'm
found
gonna come
out
back.
why she sat there
Alright.
for 3 years every single day, she was shocked. Victor told the woman that the last place he ever saw
I'm
the
gonna
car
come
was
back.
on that corner,
I got
and he
you.
waited there every single day
24
hoping she would
seconds.
return. The woman helped Victor get
Yes,
off the street, got him new
sir!
clothes, a job, and even started to go
Yes,
home with at least
sir!
$1,000.
Good defense.
Something you didn't know was
I
in
want
my
this win
bag.
there.
Shows you any village with a bell in front of a fountain.
No way.
Deep in front
Oh,
of the
yes, sir.
bell.
What? How?
Oh, yes, sir. Good rebound.
I knifed him. How?
I need a 3. No! I just
Oh.
lost. I just lost! I
Something
could
you
have had a
didn't
3.
Your body
Damn!
quit smoking. First, you would feel
That's
extremely
so...
anxious, and your mood would be intolerable due to the reduction of
That's so
dopamine.
stressful.
After 1 day of quitting, your lung cilia will
He was
regenerate,
all up in
and
my...
toxic substances are expelled from your body with coughing. After 1 week, your breathing will become clear, and your sense of taste and smell will begin to recover. After 3 months, your lungs will start to heal, and your breathing will go back to normal. And after 1 year, your risk for lung cancer and other diseases is reduced by half. Here's what happens to your... Play it again!
Hey, Barry.
Yeah.
You got 2K downloaded? 21?
No, I sold it, remember? I sold it.
Huh?
I sold it
No, you know what?
to get on
You
to,
sold it?
yeah.
That I like.
Why?
Cause I'm finna get next gen.
Music that I like, but it's the kids' version, so you're gonna like it too. I'm listening.
Monte, y'all just get them groceries off your car.
You heard Daddy, Mom?
Yeah.
Barry. Barry, how much you sell it for?
Hold on. Let's go! I got past it. You alright? Alright, stream, I'm back. I had to take a little break. Let's go. So we got Jewel. Oh, I forgot this. Alright. So we got Jewel out here. We already took out all of these crossbow. I forgot to switch weapons. Oh. What's up? Oh. I forgot how to do combat. I forgot how to do this. Audio. Headache dodge. We gotta learn this all over again.
My mom's gonna give me $2 million by next year, but we supposed to.
You gotta have like $3 more too.
No, I don't.
Yes,
I
you
got
do.
28 I got 28.
You gotta have $3 more. I went up there and tried to buy it yesterday. You gotta have $3 more. Cause it's like $33 by itself. That's why I have to ask Casey to come to help me.
Is Casey gonna help me?
I don't know.
No.
He probably.
I'm gonna have Casey test. Help me do it. $30.
How the heck you pick up? How you pick up?
Try X. X. Try see it. Try X. Try X. Try X. No, you can try X.
I'm trying.
Triangle. Circle.
Oh yeah, it's triangle. Alright, I notified.
This bug is on your face right now. This thing is called a face mite, and it's living on your face right now, but it can't be seen by the naked eye. These mites are mainly found in your hair, eyebrows, and beard. But since they live inside of your pores, you can't get rid of them by washing your face. And the only time they are not on your face is when you are sleeping. And the only reason they go out of your pores is to mate, then they go right back in.
This YouTube channel correctly predicts celebrity deaths. On June 15th, 2017, a channel called 2020 Vision was opened up on YouTube. Its content consists of 50 videos, all titled with a celebrity who passed away in 2020. In each video, it predicts the exact date that the celebrity will pass away. For example, it predicted Kobe's death to be on January 26th, which is the exact day he died on last year. Keep in mind, every single video was uploaded.
Normal looking photos with disturbing backstory. This looks like a normal picture at first, but if you look on the left, you can see a hand around the girl that doesn't belong to any one of them. People believe this is the hand of a ghost because the picture was taken near a haunted house. This picture was taken in 1998, a few minutes before the red vehicle on the right had a bomb explode inside of it. Luckily, the father and son survived, but the person taking the picture didn't. In 1975, these two brothers took a picture because their hair was sticking up. A few seconds later, lightning struck and another picture died. They survived, but one of them got third-degree burns and later took his life. Normal looking photos with this.
Well, what the fuck is this? Sneaky little man, what do you wanna live? People sir, take anything, I just don't wanna die. Ah, you son of a bitch, you just got doo-doo right in my eye. You know that you deserved it. He stumbled back like, whoa. Then I stole his gun real quick. He said, oh, no. Now it's time to tell me why you broke into my house. You were supposed to be at Olive Garden and not here right now.
Popular anime words and their meaning. Part 7. Ohio means good morning. But don't mix up with Ohio, which is a state in the U.S. Like this guy did. 出身はどちらですか?
Sick boy says goodbye to dog, but a miracle happens when the dog lays next to him. A boy named Caleb got in a bad accident, and it resulted in a bad brain injury. Let's find out. Sick boy says goodbye to dog, but a miracle happens when the dog lays next to him. A boy named Caleb got in a bad accident, and it resulted in a bad brain injury. The parents were starting to lose hope, and the doctors told them that therapy would help, so the parents agreed. When the first therapy session started, a golden retriever walked in the door. As soon as the dog laid next to Caleb, his brain activity started to resume, and his body functions drastically improved. In the next few sessions, he was able to uncurl his fingers and pet the dog. After losing all hope, their child survived, and they give the credit all due to the dog.
Let's find out all this peep. Here's why the queen always carries her purse. Inside the bag, she carries a mirror, a pen, lipstick, a few mints, and her reading glasses. But on Sundays, she also carries money for church donations. However, she mainly uses it as an indicator for her staff.
A customer just got scammed online with a fake diamond. The customer bought a diamond online from an overseas diamond wholesaler and
Huh?
Why you took my tablet charger?
Nobody. Lily, I'm
Because
needed.
you go!
Lily, I need it. Chill.
came to us to get a diamond instead onto a ring setting that he purchased from us. The diamond seemed legit at first, since it came with an official diamond certificate, but when I looked at the way the diamonds sparkled, I immediately knew something was off. So I tested it with a diamond tester, and this is what happened. Customer just got scammed online with a fake diamond. The customer bought a diamond online.
His father married his daughter. This is John, and he had a daughter named Jenny, and he left the family when they were young. 30 years later, the dad came back and met his daughter, and they fell in love. They both said they knew it was wrong, but their emotions took over. But hold on, this story gets even worse. Not only did they fall in love with each other, but they even had a kid together. Now think about this. Is that kid her sister or her daughter?
Here are 5 signs that you can have ADHD. Number 1, you get angry over the smallest things. The sound of someone just chewing their food really pisses you off. Or if someone walks too slow in the hallways and you rage about it, this could be a sign you have ADHD. Number 2, you have a really hard time with people changing their mind. Like if you already made plans for the weekend and one of your friends cancels on you, if this feels like the end of the world, then you might have ADHD. Number 3, you are super forgetful. Now most people lose things from time to time, but if you're constantly losing things like your phone, it may be time to get that checked out. Number 4, you are super competitive. When you treat little things like rock, paper, scissors as
Lily, Mama, I got it.
this is a common trait of people with ADHD. And number 5, if you're running late all the time,
Here.
school on time is always a struggle. Well, you might just have ADHD. Here,
Restoring your faith in men to work on. When the Japanese tsunami hit in 2011, this guy was doing his job as a bus driver. His wife was also at work, but she was closer to the water when the tsunami hit. When the tsunami sirens went off, he tried as hard as he could to get a hold of his wife. She didn't answer any of his phone calls or texts, so he was forced to leave her behind. After 30 minutes after he left, his wife texted him saying, "I just want to be home." This would be the last text that he ever received from his wife. He then didn't respond after that, he was at a loss. He then learned how to drive so he could go find his wife's body.
Her plug is on the couch.
In 2011, he has gone back every single day to look for his wife. He hasn't given up, and he's still looking to this day. Restoring your faith.
Hey, but your mama's so dumb that she sold her car for gas money.
yeah, you're talking about my mom?
Gas.
Alright, your mom was so dumb. She doesn't know what 13 plus 13 is.
Okay. Mom, what is 13 plus 13? Oh my god. You're right, stop. My mom's dumb. Hey, Scott, your mama's so dumb that she sold her car for gas money.
Yeah, you're talking about my mom?
Gas.
Alright, your mom was so dumb. She doesn't know what 13 plus 13 is.
Okay. Mom, what is 13 plus 13? Oh my god.
No, it's 26, you dummy.
Do you want to see how good the camera system is on a $170,000 smartphone versus an iPhone 12 Pro Max? Come. Oh, hello, Simba. That's great. Not bad. Oh yeah. Doesn't have a camera. $170,000. Can't take photos. Great. That's fantastic.
These are 3 summer life hacks that will change your life. Number 1, if you're walking in public and you see someone that you don't want to talk to waving at you, look directly into the sun to blind yourself. Since you now can't see, it's not rude if you don't wave. Number 2, is someone knocking at your door? All you have to do is open the door, and not just means that they want to come inside. Number 3, does your mom...
So easily my anxiety creeps inside of me, makes it part of me worse than worldly views on somebody else. I get overwhelmed. So easily my anxiety creeps inside of me, makes it part of me worse than worldly views on somebody else. I get overwhelmed.
A cop busts mom, but sees what she's holding and bursts into tears. One day during the holiday, full of groceries and left and shoplifted it. A few minutes later, a worker noticed that she stole a bunch of groceries, so she called the cops. The cops showed up to her apartment and found out that she was a mother to 3 adopted children. The police told her that she was under arrest before seeing her apartment. It was falling apart and her children were actually sleeping on the floor. She told the cop that she lost her job due to a bad brain injury and she had no money to pay for her kids' food. The police knew they needed the help, so they ordered her a car full of groceries and even got her a new apartment. The cop busts mom.
Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. How you doing this evening? I'm blessed. Nowhere to run. How you doing this evening? I'm blessed. Officer, what about to say? God damn it, I'm terrified. Any other questions? Why didn't you immediately pull over when I
No, he should have blew up.
Well, officer, my apologies. I can assure you I didn't see you flash your lights at me. Because I was thinking about dusting your ass if going for all this damn traffic. Do you know why I pulled you over? No, sir, I don't, but I'm sure it's with good reason, officer. What law did I break? Because your ass ain't got nothing better to do. So what the hell is it, Mr. Officer? So are you aware that your tags are expired? Are they really? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just pull $200 out my ass and take it to the DMV. Oh, that's right. I ain't got it. So unless you plan on taking your ass down there to pay for it, how about you get the hell out of my face? Where the hell are you coming from? Well, I actually just left work and I'm headed to Bible study. From selling drugs. What the hell it look like I just came from? Sir, I'm gonna have to search the vehicle. Do you have any illegal substances? Illegals? Oh my god. You mean like drugs? Of course not. Let me just check real quick. Did you see if I got anything? How you doing, Izzy? I got 2 engagement rings purchased by 2 different customers. One is a man-made one worth $5,000, and one is a natural one worth $13,000. And I absolutely cannot tell which one is which. Even though I've been looking at diamonds for over a decade, the only way I can differentiate them is by using this machine which tests for fluorescence and phosphorescence. If I were to mix these up, I'd be in deep trouble. I got 2 engagement rings purchased by...
A movie secret that you didn't know. In the movie Guardians of the Galaxy, in this scene right here, when Star-Lord hands over one of the Infinity Stones and drops it, this was actually 100% a mistake played by the actor Chris Pratt. But the director said that it matched perfectly with his personality, so they kept it in the movie. A movie secret that you didn't know.
I can confirm that this is a true story. In 2015, a dog by the name of Kabang was on a walk with her owner and 2 little girls when she did something unexpected. The dog pushed the little girls out of the way from a car that was about to run them over. Thanks to the heroic actions of the dog, the 2 little girls were saved. But unfortunately, Kabang wasn't able to get out of the way fast enough and suffered severe injuries to her nose and upper jaw. But she still survived and now lives a happy life with her owner. I can confirm that this is a true story. In 2015, a dog by the name of Kabang was on a walk with her owner and 2 little girls when she did something
What you mean,
unexpected.
nigga? I'm not
The
good.
dog pushed the little girls out of the way from a car that was about to run them over. Thanks to the heroic actions of the dog, I can confirm that this
I
is
heard
a
it.
true story. In 2015, a dog by the name of Kabang was on a walk with her owner and 2 little girls when she did something unexpected. The dog pushed the little girls out of the way from a car that was about to run them over. Thanks to the heroic actions of the dog, the 2 little girls were saved. But unfortunately, Kabang wasn't able to get out of the way fast enough and suffered severe injuries to her
Where's
nose
Ellie,
and
bro?
upper jaw. But she still survived and now lives...
Nigga, did I ask?
She's a runner, she's a track
Did I
star.
ask you?
She gon' run away when it gets hard. She can take the pain, she can't get scarred. She hurt anyone that gets involved.
Did I ask?
Don't wanna cause if I take it this far. She gon' do the race just not this far. Love is the game you used to cheer for.
Oh God, I want to get back on UFC.
She gon' run away when it gets hard. She can't take the pain, she can't get scarred.
Cause your
She
ass
hurt
never
any.
want to play Madden, so never mind. I'm not even gonna ask.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon'
That's
run
the
away
only
when it
game
gets
that's
hard.
fun to me
She
when
can't
we
take the
play
pain, she
because
can't
it's
get scarred.
competitive.
She hurt anyone that gets involved. Don't wonder cause if I take it this far. She gon'
Like
do the
2K,
race just
I
not
don't
this
even
far.
play it because
Love
knowing
is the
like
game you used to cheer for.
y'all players are way better. Like you can put on even team if you want to. Guard.
What?
That game of Madden was fun though. That last time we played.
I mean,
my boy kept dotting me up with his receiver. He kept getting me with that receiver that he had.
Sammy sent you $1 million. You still
bro,
money.
if Ellie don't get up, bro.
Message sent.
I've been waiting to play you, man, but nah, you still gone.
For me, I don't
Nah.
need stolen money. I was just outside.
Plus, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mistakes that changed
I
history.
did kind of sell my man again next year.
In 1911,
2K21.
the Titanic set sail.
Oh,
And a guy
okay,
named
okay.
Fred Reed was in charge for looking out for icebergs. However, he did not have access to the binoculars. They were locked up in a cage and the keys did not get entered. Reed even testified to the Senate that if he had access to them, he could have seen the disaster well in advance to prevent it. Before the ship set sail, he made a decision to replace the second officer of the ship's statement, and the key to the binoculars stayed in his pocket. So if it wasn't for him forgetting to hand
No,
the
it's not.
keys, the Titanic
No,
would
it's
never
not.
sank.
That's what I
Mistakes that
still got.
changed history.
No, it's not.
This is what happens on an inmate's final day of death row. First, the inmate is
No,
woken
it's
up
not.
bright and early so they can make their final calls to their
Zari
friends
know
and
what I'm
family.
talking about.
The inmate then
Zari
receives their
know what I'm
last
talking
call
about.
at 4 p.m.
Zari know what store I'm
Contrary
talking
to
about.
popular belief, they can't just order what they want. They usually just get a crappy $15 meal.
It ain't hard.
Then the inmate and his
It is
close
not
friends
hard
and
to find
family
them
gather
games
in a
in
waiting
Game
room.
Exchange.
For
It is
lethal injection, the
easy.
prisoner is strapped
Yes,
down to a
they
chair
got
by
all
a
the
team of
organs.
police officers. Then a special team comes in, and this is when the prisoner says his final words. When the warden gives the signal to the executioner, the day ends, and so does the inmate's life. This is what happens on an inmate's final day. This is what happens on an inmate's final day of death row. First, the inmate is woken up bright and early so they can make their final calls to their friends and family. The inmate then receives their last meal at around 4 p.m. Contrary to popular belief, they can't just order what they want. They usually just get a crappy $15 meal. Then the inmate and his close friends and family gather in a waiting room. For lethal injection, the prisoner is strapped down to a chair by a team of police officers. Then a special team comes in, and this is when the prisoner says his final words. When the warden gives the signal to the executioner, the day ends, and so does the inmate's life. This is what happens.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to class.
You can't lie, them games we be having, we be playing all the time, they be fun because it be back and forth.
You failed.
What? No.
Oh, how is this possible? Well, for question 1, for example, 8 plus 8,
But
you
you,
put 2
boy,
over.
it'd be like 20 to like 16, and you always be quick.
You. Riley is absolute prodigy. You are just too small-minded to appreciate her genius.
Yeah, but that's like a
It's not her
blowout.
fault she has beautiful mind and face that you cannot understand.
And I'm not even trying to do a franchise no more because like nobody wants to do those with me, so like ain't no point.
My man fit a whole baseball in there. It's like I'm on an episode of Attack on Titan.
Fit a whole baseball up in this. Look.
I don't know.
Get under there. Get
My
under
man
there.
fit a whole
My man fit a
base.
whole baseball in there. It's like I'm on an episode of Attack on Titan. But Bruno, how's one open that wide?
I need to start searching. Meds, alcohol, baseball bat, scissors. Alright. I need to create a med kit. Alright. Smoke bomb.
So, I'm on this big plane for everyone is screaming and yelling because the plane's going. I walk to the cockpit, open the door, there's no pilot. I try to use the controls, but I obviously am not good at anything.
Damn. Ellie. I should go this way though. Not gonna lie. Alright, let's go.
Patrick. Patrick.
Sorry, that's it. Come here.
Another city,
That's it.
Patrick.
Come
another
here.
abandoned quarry.
You're not in trouble on nothing.
Patrick, are you playing? Bro.
Ow.
Bro, boring.
That's a lot of money, boy. Is that a new one, bud?
What?
That drink?
If you really have to go to the bathroom but there's no place to go, just scratch the back of your calf as hard as you can. This will actually stall your brain and you'll forget you ever had to go. Number 3, if you're about to cry in public but you really don't want to, just look up, pinch your nose, and hold your breath. This will actually block the water from filling up your tear ducts. Number 4, if you ever have trouble falling asleep, just blink your eyes as fast as you can for 1 minute. This will actually tire out your eyes and make it easier for you to fall asleep. Number 5, if you ever want to activate night vision, go on your phone in a dark room and cover your eye for 30 seconds. Then look around and enjoy being Superman. Here are 5 body hacks
Hold
that
on.
you need to do the
I feel like the last one was true though. Night
vision.
vision.
Here are 5 body hacks that
You're talking about the one.
It do make you tired though. Blinking your eyes, it do make you tired.
Hold your breath until you finally have to breathe again.
That's
This
what
will
I
give you
talking
adrenaline, which will clear up your sinuses. Number 2,
Yeah, 'cause we be on the game all day, right? It'll get us tired.
Just scratch the back of your calf as hard as you can. This will actually stall your brain and you'll forget you ever had to go. Number 3, if you're about to cry in public but you really don't want to, just look up, pinch your nose, and hold your breath. This will actually block the water.
They know he's gonna be in the bathroom, bro.
Your eyes as fast as you can for 1 minute. This will actually tire out your
I'm
eyes.
gonna try it though. I'm gonna try it.
Number 5, if you ever want to
Scratch your calf. Yeah, if I had to use the bathroom, I'm gonna scratch my calf and see.
I gotta use my phone right now really bad.
Here are 5
Scratch your calf.
hacks that you need to
It's
try.
not lit.
Number 1.
Oh yeah, I don't even have speed on
Just
it.
hold your breath until
It
you
doesn't.
finally have to breathe again. This will give you adrenaline, which will clear up your
He said,
sinuses. Number 2.
Scratch your calf and then calf.
It's really cool how it works, but
first, this is my friend Robin, and together we were going to see if we could beat this thing first try. The first test was to do as many push-ups as you can in just 2 minutes, and if you manage to do 75, you get the full 100 points. There's a total of 3 challenges for a total of 300 points to be won. Robin did an amazing job with the push-ups, getting it in only 1 minute and 35 seconds, and I just barely made it. So now it was time for round 2, the sit-up. In order to get 100 points on this one, we had to do 80 in just 2 minutes, and this one was extremely difficult because we had to go much faster than we initially thought. Before we knew it, the time had run out, and Robin managed to do 56. Before this challenge, we didn't realize how fast 40 sit-ups a minute was. So even though I tried to set a little bit of a faster pace, I still came out 8 sit-ups short. So now it was time for the final challenge. And this was the most insane one of all. We would only get 100 points if we ran 2 miles in 13 minutes. I set the treadmill on to 9.3 miles an hour and told myself I wouldn't stop. This was pretty much a full-on sprint for me, but I managed to do it. And at the end, we were exhausted. The military test? This is what...
Hey, Mark, give me all the money in the register. My pleasure. Wait, what?
Let me see.
Is there a problem, sir?
I'm not gonna
I'm
steal.
so sorry. Here's another bag of money for your convenience. Oh, wait, so that's it? Well, like,
20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38. You got $38, boy. Hey, watch out, watch out, watch out, D. Alright, let's go. Set this thing up.
Hey, Vaughn, look at that.
I thought I'd never get past that part. I used to be scared of
Of
that.
course we care. How can we be so selfish? Take the
I passed it, y'all.
This is amazing.
Let's go.
Can you make me a Sunday while you're at it? Okay, now you're crossing the
I
line.
wish I could play with
Don't
Ellis.
give me the pleasure of throwing these holy hands. Alright, this is the offer. Give me all the money in the register. My pleasure. Wait, what? Is there a problem, sir? Oh, I'm so sorry. Here's another bag of money for your convenience. Oh, wait, so that's it? Like, y'all don't care? Of course we care. How can we be so selfish? Take the company, too. It's the least we can do. This is amazing. Can you make me a Sunday while you're at it? Okay, now you're crossing the line. We don't work on Sundays here. Don't give me the pleasure of throwing these holy hands. Alright, this is the offer. Give me all the money in the register. My pleasure. Wait, what? Is there a problem, sir? Oh, I'm so sorry. Here's another bag of money for you.
Extremely unlucky people. What are the odds a
Don't
balcony
got
falls
similar like
onto your
y'all.
car in a
Mom, also, look.
I'm out.
Extremely unlucky people. What are the odds a balcony falls onto your
What
car
I
in a
think
parking lot?
it is.
I know it's not a person, but how unlucky do you have to be to get a fishbowl?
That's a giraffe.
This guy went to unlock his door and the key snapped in half inside the door lock.
What?
Imagine going to extremely unlucky people. What are the odds a balcony falls onto your car in a parking lot? I know it's not a person, but how unlucky do you have to be to get a fishbowl stuck on your head? This guy went to unlock his door and the key snapped in half inside the door lock. Imagine going to open your car door and the car door splits in half. This guy went to go inside of his car and there was a snake hanging outside of the AC and the window. I think the candle got a little too close to the laptop because it left a huge burn mark on it. A man went to go cut a pie and the knife snaps in half. This man wanted to put a little pepper on his meal, but the lid fell off and it got pepper everywhere.
What? How many are there?
Extremely unlucky people.
Bro!
A balcony falls onto your car in a parking lot. I know it's not a person, but how
That's a whole
unlucky do you have
bunch
to
of
be
giraffes.
to get a fishbowl stuck
1,
on your
2,
head?
3, 4,
This guy
5,
went to unlock
6,
his door
7,
and the
8.
key snapped in half inside the door
1,
lock.
2, 3,
Imagine
4,
going to
5,
open your
6,
car
7,
door and the
8.
car door splits in half. This guy went to go inside of his car and there was a snake hanging outside of the...
I was streaming Fortnite and found a defaulter in a bush. I pulled him all the way to zone. Oh, look at him. We protected him like he was one of ours. We decided to surprise him with the win. Hopefully, he sees this one day. I was streaming Fortnite and found a defaulter in a bush. I pulled him all the way to zone. Oh, look at him. We protected him like he was one of ours. We decided to surprise him with a win. Hopefully, he sees this one day. I was streaming. Universe said versus next. Part 7.
Where is she?
Remember when you used to put your arms in your shirt and told everyone you had no arms? You'd sleep with all of your stuffed animals.
Yeah. Whoa! Pause it. Yeah.
You had that one pen with 6 different colors, and you tried
Good.
to push all the buttons at once. You poured soda into the cap and pretended you were taking shots. And how you'd watch the raindrops on your car window and pretend they were having a rain. Remember when we were kids and couldn't wait to grow up? Remember when
Is why public bathroom doors don't reach the floor. When using a public toilet, you probably wondered why the doors don't reach the floor and why they prevent you from doing your private business privately. Well, there are actually some very logical reasons for it. Firstly, it makes it easier to clean. Due to so many people using them daily, they have to be cleaned multiple times a day. In case of an accident, you can get help easily. It's easy to notice a person who's passed out, and first responders can open the door from the inside instead of having to break it down. And finally, the construction is much cheaper. It's much
People who got caught lying on social media. A guy posts a picture on social media saying that this is his wife, but those are definitely not his hands. A guy posted a before and after picture at the gym, but that's just the same photo photoshopped. And this guy said he was out drinking with his friend, but clearly that's a bottle of ketchup. And this girl said she kissed Justin Bieber, but I think the lighting might be a little off. I think it's photoshopped. And this girl claims she's lifting a boulder, but if you look closely, people who got caught lying on social media. A guy posts a picture on social media saying that this is his wife, but those are definitely not his hands. A guy posted a before and after picture at the gym, but that's just the same photo photoshopped. And this guy said he was out drinking with his friend, but clearly that's a bottle of ketchup. And this girl said she kissed Justin Bieber, but I think the lighting might be a little off. I think it's Photoshop. And this girl claims she's lifting a boulder, but if you look closely at the shadow, there's no rock.
Let's do this.
People who got caught lying on social...
Text your best friend, I got a girlfriend, and see their reaction.
Where's she at? Where's she at? Come on.
Fail.
Where's she at? No. 1v1 to the death. Winner gets you, okay? I ain't doing it.
Text your best friend, I got a girl.
Hey man, I have a weird question for you. Is that okay?
Sure, what's up?
So yesterday when my sister was babysitting, she duct taped my hands into boxing gloves, but instead of letting me punch stuff, she put Vaseline on the doorknob and locked me in the bathroom.
What?
Yeah, she made me eat dog food.
Do.
Do you know how I can get back at her?
Let me ask you something. You got a big hammer?
Yes.
Okay, take that hammer and bust a giant hole in her wall, and then whip her phone down into that hole, and then send me the footage.
Hey man, I have a weird question for you.
You have to flex, they want to trade steering. Hey, you want to trade? Don't give it to her.
It's that beat by my nigga.
You have to flex, they want to trade steering. Hey, you want to trade? Don't give it to her. What did you think was going to happen? You have to flex it.
Alright, so apparently these are skate stoppers. Right here on the side of the walk. Like, someone stretched the ball? No? Like what? You can't sit on these either? No one wants to skate this rugged curve anyways. It's like the worst kind of cement. Alright, so apparently these are skate stoppers.
Here's what would happen if you went into the deepest part of the ocean. For those of you who don't know, the Marianas Trench is the deepest part of the ocean. And obviously if you swam down, you would drown, but if you took a submarine down, there's a variety of ways you might die. The air pockets inside of you, mainly in your nasal cavity, throat, and chest, would collapse inward. Because you wouldn't have any air, you wouldn't float to the surface. You would stay at the bottom of the ocean and be consumed by this, a bone-eating snot flower. They mainly live off the whale bones, but they would probably make an exception for you. Here's what would happen if you went into the deepest part of the ocean. For those of you who don't know, the Marianas Trench is the deepest part of the ocean. And obviously if you swam down, you would drown, but if you took a submarine down, there's a variety of ways you might die. The air pockets inside of you, mainly in your nasal cavity, throat, and chest, would collapse inward. Because you wouldn't have any air, you wouldn't float to the surface. You would stay at the bottom of the ocean and be consumed by this, a bone-eating snot flower. They mainly live off the whale bones, but they would probably make an exception for you. Here's what...
That's why you gotta search this place a lot. Because I'm getting a lot of resources. I did not have that.
It's rich in vitamins and good for healthy hair and nails. The only setback is that it tastes really bitter. Imagine eating Vaseline. That's what it looks and tastes like. This is nature's wild berry. The claim is that if we eat this berry and then eat something bitter, that the bitter will actually taste sweet. Here goes. I don't think this is going to work, and I'm really dreading this, but... This is an aloe vera plant. It's rich in vitamins and good for healthy hair and nails.
Humans were never meant to CPP.17.
I got it, so I don't need those because I could pay for it all. Since I got 38, now give me up $2 so you can fix my phone.
Nah.
Humans were never.
Welcome to McDonald's, would you order? Can I get an Oreo
I got something for you.
We're not serving ice cream right now. It's broken at the moment. Can I give you something?
Here.
Ooh, I know you gon' say that.
Maria showed this to me.
So you gotta calm down and accept that. I know your ice cream machine working at a salt cap. I'm not lying, it's broken. Well, it better be, cause I ain't coming in. And if you coming in, I'll get your ass pissed. Then I'ma fight you over ice cream then. Welcome to McDonald's, would you order?
This guy is the world's longest serving prisoner, and he was not the least long he's been in prison. This guy's name is John Phillips, but his prison name is Ken. This guy has been in prison since 1952, and he got arrested when he was just in 9th grade. On Friday afternoon, a 4-year-old girl was attacked near a playground. 3 days later, the physicians at the hospitals for black residents, at this time hospitals were racially segregated. The girl was examined, and they found evidence that she was actually molested. The next day, Phillips got arrested and admitted to attacking the girl. A report classified Phillips as a moron and said he had the mind of a child aged 7. Phillips can't advocate for himself in the courts or in prison because he doesn't know the legal system. He's now 85 years old and he served 66 years in prison. This guy is texting random numbers. I tickle people until try a miracle berry. Apparently this will make healthy foods taste like candy. So when I got it, I immediately went into the store to pick up some food. I chose some good and bad stuff, but here's what I was really excited for. I wanted to see how it would affect my spice palette. Since it makes everything sweeter, I wanted to think and find like the ants, and I also wondered what the actual berry itself would taste like. So it's really cool. If you haven't heard of this tablet is made out of what's called a miracle berry. It tastes kind of like lemon and creme, and although it has no sugar or calories, it coats your tongue with something that makes everything taste sweet. I was really surprised. The lemon didn't even taste sour, and the onion actually tasted really good. But of course, it was tons of chili. The pepper tasted great, but it did take away the spice. But I think I have an idea on what will. Try a miracle berry? So who am I here with today? You face lady. Alright, for sure. So we got a question for you today. Say for instance, right, you got a stepmom, right? I mean, you got a stepdad. Right. You know what I'm saying? He got a bad wife. She super bad. She walked in on you butt naked and you know what I'm saying? She had to get active. You get active? Yeah, hey. You get active for sure? Yeah, hey. So if that's your stepdad, you know that's gonna be your mama, right? Oh. So who am I here with today?
Bodybuilder versus powerlifter. Bench press. 45. 135. 185. 225. 345. 345 valid. Bodybuilder versus powerlifter. Bench press. 45. 135. 185. 225. 245. 315. 345 valid. Bodybuilder versus.
3 things I guarantee you didn't know about giraffes. A giraffe's neck is too short to reach the ground. As a result, it has to awkwardly spread its legs or kneel to get a drink. Giraffes spend most of their time standing up, and believe it or not, they actually sleep, and they give birth standing up. Giraffes only need 5 to 30 minutes of sleep every 24 hours. They often achieve that in quick naps that result in 1 to 2 minutes. 3 things.
Crazy comparison pictures, part 2. Noah, a former cancer patient, became a cancer survivor. This is a picture of the same maple tree, only 11 days apart. A sister took a picture of her brother and his best friend. At the time of this picture being taken, they're both 13 years old. This is a shark's brain compared to a dolphin's brain. This is the world's smallest computer compared to a grain of rice. This is the difference between a Norwegian soldier's...
You got any idea?
But what is this shark?
3 things I guarantee you did.
Comparison Pictures Part 2. Noah, a former cancer patient, became a cancer survivor. This is a picture of the same maple tree only 11 days apart. A sister took a picture of her brother and his best friend. At the time of this picture being taken, they're both 13 years old. This is a shark's brain compared to a dolphin's brain. This is the world's smallest computer compared to a grain of rice. This is the difference between a Norwegian soldier 75 years ago and today. Like and share this video.
This asteroid could make you a billionaire. Site 16 is an asteroid worth $10 billion.
Whoa, you heard that?
Your husband says.
No, I heard that.
This asteroid could make you a billionaire. Site 16 is an asteroid worth $10 quintillion. It's entirely made of precious metals like gold and diamonds. If we mine the metal, it's enough to give everyone on Earth $93 billion. It's so valuable that it's worth 135,000 times the amount of money in the entire world. And NASA just announced the mission for the asteroid that's set for 2020. This asteroid could make you...
When your husband says,
I think I want more kids.
Don't work it.
Save your life. Number 1, if you're walking alone at night and you think you're being followed, you need to pretend to call someone and make sure you mention a time of arrival and destination. You can still call 911 even if you don't have reception because your phone will automatically connect to the surrounding networks for the call. If you're in a vehicle falling towards water, make sure that you open the window. If you don't, the water pressure will make it impossible to escape and you'll drown. And if a service dog comes up to you seeming to want attention, immediately follow them and locate their owner. Because the dog can be using you as a last resort to get help. Here are 3 tips that could actually save your life. Number 1.